And we are back. Telatalk Season 2, Episode 5.
We back like a Pornhub foursome. There you go.
Okay. This nigga started now hot. You must have been watching the Pornhubs and going through the comments where niggas is like, I literally came here for like Finding Nemo or some shit.
No, there do be some hilarious ass comments.
You gotta be a weird nigga to read Pornhub comments.
Nah, sometimes you gotta wait for it to buffer, or like sometimes you only click on a video.
You gotta wait for the buffer. What kind of fucking dial-up do you have, my nigga?
Nah, because alright, sometimes there are videos that you only click on because you know the related videos are gonna be fire. Nigga. So in the meantime,
that's what you call a fucking rabbit hole of porn right there.
Nah,
I find niggas who just go on and look on comments weird in general. Like niggas who go on like
anything.
If I send you a Twitter link to like a funny meme and niggas like send me a fucking screenshot of like the 40th comment of what somebody said, like nigga, alright, you pushing it.
You telling me you don't go down them at all?
I don't read comments at all.
At all. Sometimes the comments are better than the actual thing. Not on Twitter.
Maybe sometimes, but nigga, the comments be stupid negative. Nigga, the comments be negative as fuck.
Who has the most negative comments?
Oh, man.
Or like the least?
Are you talking about like celeb or are you talking about like platform?
Like platform. Because I think it's
Reddit?
a tie between... Nah, Reddit sometimes is hilarious.
Nigga, Reddit comments be fucking... Niggas probably be jumping off some buildings after some Reddit comments,
I think TMZ and Hypebeast have the...
They got funny joints.
Nah, Hypebeast comments are hilarious.
I've only seen Hypebeast comments because you always point them out when we have links, but
TMZ,
I don't really point them out.
Have you read TMZ comments?
Nah, niggas be going in on Twitter, bro.
On Twitter?
Nigga, I'm speaking from a specific situation where I sent a fucking screenshot of... Not a screenshot, I sent the link because we have a Twitter group chat, and so I sent it, and it's a side-by-side. It says shot with an S9 or shot with an XS, iPhone XS and the S9, Samsung S9. And then apparently like 10 comments in, it's just niggas like saying like what they shot their pictures with.
Yeah.
And then like on one comment it shows John F. Kennedy and it says shot with an S9.
I saw this.
That is sick.
It was hilarious.
That's sick, nigga.
Is it not funny?
Nigga, I didn't laugh. I don't laugh at like shit like that with people like with death and shit. I don't play with people like that. Fuck that.
What about the kids reading First World Problems?
So, see, that's the thing I really feel bad about laughing about. But the only reason I laughed is because there's something so like ridiculous that she said.
It's so surreal.
Like it's like it's a fucking poor kid from Africa. For those who haven't seen the video, it's a poor kid from Africa reading off people's first world problem tweets. So the one that I laughed at was when she said, "I hate when you tell them to put no pickles on your burger and they put pickles." I laughed because that's some bullshit that we really just take for granted. Like, niggas be bullshitting like, oh, McDonald's put pickles on my show. I hate it when Chick-fil-A does it for sure. Like, I don't even eat the sandwich if Chick-fil-A puts the fucking pickle on it. I don't like pickles.
About the pickle.
Dude, the thing is, pickle leaves a fucking, like, overpowering flavor. So if it was pickles on it, it tastes like pickles. That's it.
Not true.
1000%.
That bite would taste like pickles.
No, the whole thing would taste like pickles. Nigga, I'm telling you from my experience that the whole thing will taste like pickles. No, the thing is, if you don't like something, it's very distinct, so you will taste it.
Alright,
like, niggas can't taste sesame seeds, but I taste sesame seeds because I don't like sesame seeds.
You taste?
Yeah.
No, sometimes you can taste sesame seeds.
I don't like sesame seeds.
Sometimes you can taste it.
I don't like sesame seeds on shit. If it's from, like, an Asian restaurant, I'll tell them no sesame or some shit like this. It's like some people don't like capers on Italian food.
Yo, speaking of sesame, Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street.
Alright, I didn't know we was even going to talk about this. It wasn't on the doc.
I
did see what the guy was saying that he, like... Was the guy gay who wrote it? Because he said that he was speaking from his relationship and experience.
I have no idea. I didn't even read it.
Either way, who gives a fuck?
No, I'm saying, like, I don't give a fuck either. But I want to know what you think, because we didn't talk about it before.
Like, if Bert and Ernie are gay?
Yeah.
I just think they're really cool friends, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah,
I feel like if they were gay from the beginning...
I feel like people who say that, one, it's a children's show. There should be no sexuality or anything in that show anyways. Like, it doesn't matter what the person is. It's just a children's show. Two, I feel like people who say that, like, Bert and Ernie are gay, the same niggas who will be like, they see two niggas out at a restaurant, but yo, you think they gay? Like, nigga, what does it matter to you if they're gay or not?
Like,
what the
it
fuck does that matter?
has nothing to do with you. But yet again in the comments, I kept saying that like, oh, you're pushing the gay agenda. Like, nigga, there's no such thing as the gay agenda.
Niggas is just ridiculous with shit nowadays. It's like two sides just combating all the fucking
Facts.
time.
Like everything got to be the agenda. We ain't never seen no straight agenda.
It either has to be somebody who is the contrarian, so they just fucking argue every point. They argue the other point of everything
for no reason. Sometimes they don't even believe what they're arguing.
Or it's just people who just believe shit they don't even fucking believe. Like they believe shit without any facts.
So like, oh, cool. Bet I'll put that in my mental notes, and the next time my wife beats me, I'll tell her, you know what? Listen to this.
Okay, it took a super dark turn. All right, so we'll actually transition to some shit that we actually talk about on this podcast pretty frequently. So the Carl TC Burberry Fall 2019 collection came out. So I guess we'll start with the Instagram shit just to like
the beat
yeah to tell people like the information about the fucking actual Instagram shit. So those who have listened to us before were, I think it was like 2 episodes ago, we were talking about how Burberry was doing just really straight through Instagram. So the way that works, so I guess Ricardo TC is having a Burberry actual like a high end line, and then I don't think it's like a lower end line, but I think it's like streetwear. That's the way I read it. It was like a streetwear like tees.
Yeah, like graphic tees
with the actual new logo that they have.
Yeah, specifically for that type of stuff.
So if anybody wants to buy that, I think it releases sometime this month, but it's only exclusively through Instagram. You can't buy that on Burberry, and you can't buy it in stores exclusively through Instagram.
You gotta go to the Instagram pic, click the little
and buy it, the little shit and buy it. But no, I actually like that line, the B Series line. I like that line. Like that line was high end streetwear.
I've only ever seen like the T-shirt and a few other things.
Oh, speaking on that, no, that's all that's dropping in the beginning. All right, so. I was actually going through somebody's Instagram and they had a pretty good point about how streetwear, like we've talked about it, how streetwear taking over high fashion
luxury.
So he was just naming some situations and some things that has happened like within the years that like are points to that reasoning. So you have he actually posted a lot more than I've actually seen. So you have Louis Vuitton men's shit with Virgil.
Yeah.
You have Tom Ford and 21 Savage at the show in New York. You got Saint Laurent and Travis, Pharrell and Chanel, but P's on a whole different level. Jada Smith and Louis Vuitton. You got Nicki and Fendi, Future and Armani, Migos and Jeremy Scott. But Jeremy Scott's always been really big into hip hop. Kid Cudi walking in Louis Vuitton. But these are all little points of like this would never have happened maybe like 8 years ago.
I think a lot of it has to do
Kid Versace, Supreme, Louis Vuitton, Dior, Cause. Like this is shit that Dapper Dan and Gucci, like this shit is getting real right now. This shit is really getting, I wouldn't say we're getting all the acclaim that we should be getting, but we're starting to get our foot in the door.
I think this all has to do with the accessibility of fashion now, because a lot of people, now that they're being exposed to all this, like, because streetwear and stuff, they get it, and they're like, alright, what's next? And then they started getting the high-end luxury stuff, and then the high-end luxury people, they used to, like, not even give a fuck about those type of people.
Oh, for sure.
Until they started buying their product, and now they're saying, oh, these are the brands that these people are buying, let's do something with them so we can be... Yeah, so let's make it.
It's just cutting out the middleman. But the thing is, what I see is just like that. Like, the youth isn't buying suits and shit no more.
You're not buying suits.
I like suits. I like suits personally.
They'll get one.
I like a suit. Nah, I have like 3 or 4 suits. But I like suits personally, but we're not buying that. Like, we fuck with turtlenecks, and we fuck with slacks and shit like that, but we'll rock turtlenecks and slacks and sneakers.
Yeah. Like,
some fucking... common projects or like some Ravs or something. We'll rock some sneakers. We'll find something to rock with, some Sean Witherspoons, some Air Maxes, some Jordans, whatever.
And that's what more people are heading towards, and that's what these brands have noticed.
Exactly. So I think that now it's like they're moving the old heads out of fashion, and the young niggas is coming through. It's just like what everybody was afraid of, like in like what all the older people were afraid of, like with racism. It's like it's blending, and you can't do nothing about it. It's blending.
Doesn't you compare racism to fashion?
No, but it's in the same sense.
It's in the same sense
because they were doing the same thing of being classes to people from our fucking community, even though you was taking our shit just like Dapper Dan. Think about it, Dapper Dan was in the 80s, it's 2018, and he just now got into Gucci, but y'all was stealing his shit for years. And Virgil and Kanye, this is like shit that it's been due time for that shit. Pharrell was been putting niggas on Chanel, on Goyard. Lupe was the first person I ever got on Goyard, and that was like 06.
Yeah.
And Kanye and them was with the Louis Vuitton heavy early. Like, as much shit as like niggas want to talk about Kanye now, but Kanye had a big part to play on what's going on now. To be honest,
because that was like the era where like the regular people didn't want to have anything to do with that stuff. Yeah. And then hip hop brought it to them.
Well, hip hop always been on the high fashion. Like, Hov always been killing niggas. Like, I go back and listen to songs in like 2004, 2005, and he's Hermes Birkin bag. Your girl asks him what kind of purse is that. Like, he been on some shit. Like, bitches just got on Birkin bag like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, and they still can't afford them.
They're
not allowed in the store.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I would say 98% of the world can't afford a Birkin bag. Birkin bag is like $20K. Or who would want to pay $20K for a fucking bag?
YouTube vloggers.
That is true, but YouTube vloggers actually like get paid for that, quote unquote. Like, you gonna get a billion views for this review of this bag. But like I said, look, you pay for what you can pay for.
Facts. You pay for what you want.
Yeah, like, it's niggas out here buying $5,000 jeans.
Facts. I spent $150 on a hoodie I don't even want.
So we can transition into that to right now. So just transitioning into that. So Supreme's dropped this week.
Today.
It was really good this week. They had the collaboration with Taboo is the person, the artist.
Yeah, the artist.
Oh, so he did a great job. That dog tee. There's Remember Your Friends that I wanted to cop was hard.
He did the portrait and
the payphone, the varsity jacket.
The Dragon stuff came out today.
The Dragon stuff came out. What else came out? They had like some headlights and some shit like that. But
yeah, for your bikes or your skateboard or whatever.
For like non-hype reasons, this week was the best shit to buy. Like shit
for like actual clothing.
Besides the Liquid Swords shit, which the hype thing was, which none of these did any amount of money. That Liquid Swords shit will make money later on.
Yeah, same thing with like the Nas tee. It'll make money later on.
Yeah, that payphone tee was one of the hardest tees to me that Supreme dropped in a while though.
It's just so.
It's so basic. Yeah. But it's like telling like. Nigga, when's the last time you seen a payphone, bro?
Fact. And it's also like people who know, they'll know and be like, yo.
Exactly. Like payphones mean a lot. Not, I don't want to say they mean a lot to me, but like it holds like value.
And like your memory bank.
And your memory, because I remember when there was payphones. I remember when niggas used to spray paint the payphones and shit. Fact. I've never used a payphone in my life.
Or spray painted a payphone.
No. By the time we was growing up, payphones was on their way out. So all I used to do was go to the corner store on my block and call 911, hang up, and walk off. And then the cops would pull up.
Yo, truthfully, last time I saw a payphone was like 2-3 years ago. Like, that was still, like, in use. Or Telatalk.
This might be blurred out, if the thing, because I feel like niggas will steal the shit, but that's actually hard. So yeah, the Supreme shit was popping this week. I don't think... Well, No didn't really drop shit this week. I think he dropped, like, 1 item, 2 items.
Yeah, they dropped their they dropped their Houndstooth, like a coach jacket.
Yeah.
And then they restocked on some of the Tough Gunk stuff.
Did they? Did they restock on the tee?
Not the
ones that I wanted. Right.
Nah, they restocked on like the long sleeves and stuff.
So we didn't speak about the Louis Vuitton. I mean, not Louis Vuitton, but the Riccardo T.C. Burberry, the actual collection. The spring summer collection. I won't say actual collection because I don't think he's making it. He's making the. What's the other brand called? The Beeline brand. I don't think he's making it to be like a Polar Ralph Lauren and then a USPA Polar. No. Like he wants it to be on the same level, and I don't want to like say it that way to like downgrade or downplay streetwear because we come from the streetwear world, and it's just as much as a part of high fashion as high fashion garments and shit like that is now. Like as much people try to downplay it, it's still hard. So the one thing that I found different between this Louis Vuitton, between the Louis Vuitton Virgil shit and then the Riccardo T.C. shit, he had a lot more females in it, and he has a lot more female pieces. But these silk button-ups, I think it's slide number 7 to 8, stupid hard. That one on the right, that eighth one. Are you looking up, or are you just like figure looking up and putting like a scrunch face? Oh yeah.
Oh, the silk button up with the triangle down.
Stupid hard. Like, I've always liked Burberry because Burberry always does coats very well. They always do coats very well. So if you just add to the accents on that, it's really good. But was this a woman's line or was this a men's line? Because this is like all women's show. Kendall Jenner was on that shit. Damn, Kendall Jenner is fucking cute.
This is slide 17.
Oh no, so slide 21 to 22 is the men's shit. So this kind of looks like.
It looks very regal.
22 looks like a Nazi shit.
Chill. Don't say Nazis. Don't say Nazi to describe it.
It looks like that German soldier vibe.
I think that's just from the model and from the chain.
I'm saying like that little chain wraparound looks like that type of vibe. Dude, look at this nigga's face on 25.
On the left?
Yes.
He looks very indented.
Holy fuck, man. Talk about bone structure, my nigga. Number 27 looks like he did a school shooter waiting to happen. Overall, I really like this. 36 is the look, my nigga. 36 and 35 is the look.
36 and 35 sounds like they got Samuel Ross. Like
so, 36 and 35, just to play it off of you, is just like it looks like a high-end tracksuit. Yeah, it looks like a high-end tracksuit and then overcoat with the fur on the outer lining on the collar.
And like a tactical vest bag.
Yeah, that's just super hard. I know people hate when we do this shit, when we go through slides and just like try to explain it to you.
Open up the slides, bozo.
Yeah, find the slides and do it yourself, my nigga. But no, overall, this line is a very good line. Like, what would you compare this to? Because I think at the top is Louis Vuitton's shit.
I would compare it to Louis Vuitton's.
So what would you put it? It would be at Louis Vuitton, Dior, TC.
As terms of like actual clothing produced?
Which one would you wear the most, is what I'm saying?
The Dior one. Actually, nah, the Louis Vuitton one, just so I could wear the fucking...
the Louis Vuitton one is
the white fishnet, fire.
God, if you wear that white fishnet, I'm taking mad pictures of that.
I'm putting shit over it, though.
Like, you put your shit under or over it?
Over.
I feel like if you put over it, it doesn't do anything.
like a coat.
You put shit under it, you look like a Jamaican from the 90s.
I can't appropriate that culture. It's not my style.
We all from the islands, fam. What you talking about?
I'm not from that island, you feel me?
But we're all from
Technically, America's just a big-ass island. Think about it.
I mean, if you want to think about it that way, yeah, America's a fucking huge island, but so is everything else then.
Exactly. So we can't really be we can't be rocking like that.
I didn't put the link to the new product, but the new product is stupid. I did actually put the link to the new product, but it was the new product tracksuit, so it's down here where it's, it says product new tracksuit. What they talking about, Mafia?
Where?
Watch, you'll see it. It says product. Just go down. It's almost supposed to. So this is Prada's new tracksuit lines, where this is definitely Brav and Fam in them, because this is like Skepta's shit right here. This is what Skepta and all the
UK teams,
all the UK teams be wearing. But this shit's actually hard though. I fuck with it. I vibe with it. It's like just black. It's a black tracksuit with a Prada, the regular Prada thing.
Model is hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like all these models be looking funny. Like, how the fuck you even got this job, bro? Because you like. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that shit. Quick big shouts to Tyler and Pharrell for being on the Grinch movie.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, Pharrell's the narrator, and Tyler has music on there. But he actually has music where it's like in pivotal moments of the scene. From what I saw of the trailer, that niggas don't understand how big that is, my nigga.
Yeah, it's like in a movie.
It's
Disney movie.
Is it
Grinch Disney?
I don't know, but it's Pharrell, and then our quote unquote new Pharrell is what I like to call them, because they're similar. No, there's no R Pharrell. Pharrell's my Pharrell, my nigga. P's my Pharrell, my nigga. But
whack.
Tyler, for Tyler and Pharrell to be on that shit is dope. Like, it's really dope. I fuck with Pharrell being the narrator, even though I don't really think P got a narrating voice, but fuck it. If you,
I
I
think for that type of movie, he's got it. Cause
it is true, because you kind of like...
You put some playful music in the background, it'll sound like the intro to Scene Sounds.
That is true. I actually was going to put a fucking... a clip from one of the NERD songs where it's actually like... It sounds like theme music of like a children. Like it... Dun, 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 like it's and Tyler did a rap for this shit, which is... It's hella ironic, because Tyler started off being like... kind of Eminem vibe, where he's like, fuck
just
all
really
you.
edgy.
Yeah, like fuck all you niggas and shit like that. For him to do that and then clean up and do the Burberry shit, I think that's like a big moment for hip hop when it's going the other way, where people are like, these niggas is fucking up your bag, and then these niggas is getting the bag.
Plus, like, the Grinch is a classic. The Grinch?
Which Grinch though? You like the animated Grinch or the one the
Jim Carrey?
The human Grinch. Was it Jim Carrey? That was Mike Myers.
Is that Mike Myers?
Yeah, it's Mike Myers. It was Mike Myers who played him. Google it. I'm pretty sure it was Mike Myers. Cause I like that Grinch. I don't like the animated Grinches.
Sorry if you hear typing. Who played the Grinch? It was Jim Carrey.
It was Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
I think that's the only movie I ever liked with Jim Carrey in it. I'm not a Jim Carrey fan at all. Jim Carrey's annoying with like that all movement type shit.
You don't like Jim Carrey?
Nah, I don't like Jim Carrey. No.
Why not?
Cause I just told you I don't like it. Like he's too eccentric for me. Like he's like too like he's like Marlon Wayans, my nigga. That's not my vibe.
That's crazy.
I don't like that shit.
Do you like his more serious roles?
What's his series? Was 23? That movie 23?
Not Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless.
I never watched that movie. I've only known Jim Carrey through like
comedies and shit, like Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty, like Liar Liar. I like The Mask.
The Mask is a classic.
That's a classic.
You know his face wasn't supposed to be green.
What the fuck happened, man?
It happened in mistake, and they just left it and they put it out.
Hey, look, a lot of great artistic things happen with mistake. A lot of food that you like now happens through mistake, aka donuts, pizza.
Pizza's not a mistake.
Pizza was a mistake.
You know what's a mistake? Broccoli. Because broccoli's not real.
Pizza was a mistake. I think the story for pizza goes that some place in Italy was having too much. It was a bakery, so they were having too much excess dough. So one day he just threw it in there, and then I think it didn't even have sauce at first. It just had cheese, and they put like salami on top of it, and they ate it.
The original pizza didn't have sauce because they didn't have tomatoes.
And then, alright, what the fuck are you talking about?
Italy, you can't grow tomatoes in Italy. They didn't grow there. Tomatoes could grow here in the United States.
There's Italy tomatoes. Tomatoes in Italy. Like,
now.
So you're saying that naturally they didn't grow in Italy?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they did, but I'm pretty sure back then in that time for you to get fucking tomatoes, you have to wait like 6 months for fucking carrots to come with like 80 tomatoes.
Or if you just...
I'm telling you, dog. Look, a lot of people like to complain about us living in this time. Imagine living in that time where niggas have to go
2 months for some tomatoes.
Not even. If niggas have to if you was dating another chick from another city, you would have to wait like a month to go see her.
You gotta write letters. Like a month, nigga. You waiting a long ass time.
Nigga, us living in that time, we would never survive. Niggas is not romantic enough to keep a bitch down. Imagine being romantic enough where you have to write letters and fucking
communicate,
and not even communicate, like convey yourself through words. Niggas be failing fucking English 101, my nigga.
Fact, niggas is intensive reading and they got mad hoes. So
honestly,
I think I could bag a bitch back then. If I knew what I knew now, I'd probably be hung.
If I lived back then, I can do it. But I don't know, maybe.
But the thing is, tomatoes weren't even refrigerated back then.
That's true. Think about how rotten they get really quick.
So you can't even transport tomatoes.
But that's the thing. Like on the other side of that is like you had to eat food first. Like if you were gonna kill a cow, you had to make sure that you eat.
You had to eat it then.
Yeah.
The only way they quote unquote refrigerated food is that they would have like a cold basement. Like they would dig underground and like leave like wheat down there. You'd be like, yo, it's lit. That's how beer invented too.
I think donuts were invented the same way, where it was
in a basement?
where
wheat.
Nigga, where it was like a mistake where the person had excess dough and some fell into the like a frying pan that they had at a restaurant.
Yo, I didn't know that donuts were fried.
Yeah. What?
I thought they were baked.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
You guys thought donuts were baked?
Yeah. Or like some kind of like heating process is not frying them.
I'm willing to bet that majority of people probably think the donuts are baked.
Because
I feel like that could be one of those things where people are like, I didn't know they were baked.
Because when I look at a donut, when I look at it like an old fashioned or like a glazed, that shit doesn't look like it got fried.
You know tortilla chips are fried, right?
Huh?
You know tortilla chips are fried, right?
Tortilla chips? Yeah.
All right,
but they look fried.
Not really. If you get the ones from the store, like if you get Tostitos, you wouldn't know that was fried.
Yeah, you would.
No, not really.
How do you think? That's how potato chips are made.
I know, but no, some potato chips are actually baked, but you have to.
Yeah, but they say baked on them and they're worse for you for some reason.
Depending on what kind you get.
The Lay's ones are definitely worse for you.
No, the Lay's ones are the same.
I mean, you shouldn't be eating that anyways.
Yeah, but if you get I eat the baked joints, but it has to be like Lay's barbecue or some shit like that. Them Lay's barbecues are fire.
Is smacks.
I don't like the regular Lay's barbecue though. I like the baked Lay's barbecue.
The baked ones are fire.
I don't like
the regular ones are good too.
The regular ones are always the ones that they had at barbecues, and they were always like the last two chips to be left. That and sour cream onion. So I ate so much of it when I was a kid, I got tired of it.
Back when I hated myself, I would get the barbecue Lay's with the Dr. Pepper. That shit was heavenly.
Barbecue Lay's with Dr. Pepper.
That was back when I hated myself.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's is still the top tier soda.
Top 5 sodas.
It's better. If you give me the option to pick any soda, I pick Dr. Pepper.
You're bullshitting.
No. Any dark soda. That's the one. It's better than Coke and Pepsi.
I don't like caffeinated. I was never huge on Coca-Cola like niggas like in DR or in New York. They're like, yo, you have to eat pizza with a Coke. Like it has to go. Like nah. I've always been a Sprite nigga.
So that's culture though.
I've always been a Sprite nigga, but I haven't drunk soda in so long.
Yeah, me neither. But we can still talk about it.
That new machines that they have, I don't think niggas in New York know about this.
Where you can mix all
the drink, them shits is vibes. I don't know how the fuck we got on sodas, but alright, so we can switch to you might have to Google this shit. It's the women's Louis Vuitton collection. I think it just recently came out. But
are we gonna talk about why shit looks better on women? Dude,
I'm telling you. Alright, so I've already talked to Andrew about this shit where. So the Uniqlo U collection dropped, right? They have a Coach jacket. I think it's it's a work jacket that they have that I want to buy. But the thing is, when you buy a woman's clothing, the shoulders are always either like too slim or not wide enough, and my shoulders are pretty wide.
Or the sleeves are mad short.
Or the length of it is mad short.
I fucking hate that shoulder problem. So you can tell immediately.
Yeah, so I want to buy that jacket, but it looks like it's oversized, like a man, like it's unisex. Yeah. But I feel like they put in more time and more detail into women's clothing than they do into men's clothing. Like that new Louis Vuitton. Not to say that the Louis Vuitton men's shit wasn't like very detailed and very good, but that new Louis Vuitton women's shit is super hard. Like, did you find it?
No, I wasn't able to find it, but what I think a lot...
This nigga didn't even Google search.
You can listen back and listen to hear me type, but... Ooh. Sorry, excuse me. What was I gonna say? The fucking, I think we think looks better on women because we like women.
No, not even, like, on women. I'm just saying, like, if you go into a store, that like, you see the shit, like, the women's clothing... They have more
options. That's what it
is.
They
have way more options. If you go to the Barney's on 5th Ave, they have, like... 7 floors, and out of those 7 floors, I would say maybe 80% of that shit is all women's clothing. I went in there looking for something for myself, and I had to go to the top floor. No, I think it was like the second to top floor, and they had one side of Acne Studio, one side of Mason Margiela, one Off-White, and then a big ass thing of footwear, and then did they have APC in there? They had other like miscellaneous brands in there.
Basically, like only 10% men.
And then all the other shit, literally for women's, they had a whole floor basically of Mason Margiela, Celine, Balmain, and I forgot what the other thing was. But like, granted, I would say women spend way more money on clothes than we do. To be honest with you,
they buy more.
They buy way more. But then again, women can buy a lot more cheaper clothes than us. Like
their clothes are a lot more affordable.
Like because
not their regular clothes.
You can a woman could get a fit from 21 forever, and it'd be fine. And you can come in, I can have $1,000 fit. You can come in with a $30 fit, and I'm like, damn, she look bad. And I'm like, nigga, I got $1,000 on right now.
And just don't come in with the Fashion Nova. You feel me?
I don't know. Fashion Nova be having some bitches look great sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be looking at the fucking IG pictures and be like, yo. But like the only reason I don't like that shit because I know that quality's terrible. So when I go like hug up on you, I'm like, oh, this shit feel like polyester, my nigga. Like get the fuck
like sandpaper. You feel me? You lay on my lap and I got a rash.
One thing that I wanted to ask about, since we both I couldn't find the Louis Vuitton shit either. But I think I saw it on fucking IG. So I was having a conversation with a couple people, like various people throughout the week, and it always came up a conversation like, yeah, but I've been up on that. Like, I don't know what's people's effect. Like, I fall into it too all the time. people's infatuation, our infatuation with like being first up on everything. Like, yo, I've been listening to that nigga. You just up on that nigga? I've been listening to him. Like, does it make me less of a fan because I just listened to a song? Or that's like finding out some information today, like some knowledge or some shit. Like, oh, nigga, you stupid. You just found out multiplication? Is that me going to my little cousin? But nigga, you just found out what 6 times 6 is? Like, nigga,
you an idiot, bro.
We still learning. Like that's the thing. But I fall into it too. Like a lot with music though. Like. But I only do it when niggas be trying to play you, like, nigga, you don't even listen to good music, and then, like, have you even listened to this? And I'm like, nigga, I've been listening to that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Facts, niggas that don't listen to J. Cole.
I only meet the energy that you give me. So if you be like, nigga, you haven't been when, like, somebody say, like, oh, you haven't been with Acne Studios, you never been on that shit. I'm like, nigga, I've been with Acne Studios since high school. What are you talking about?
I think they just try to, like, because I don't think I've done that.
But you have done
consciously.
We all do it. The thing is, like, it's whether it's like music, movies.
I think like you just feel
food.
Like, for some things you feel like an attachment to, and then like when someone comes with like a different kind of like appreciation and like some sort of like conceitedness and like condescending, you're like, yo, my guy. It's not one. It's not even that important, and two, it's not even that great. And
I
three,
do get pissed when niggas don't like appreciate something that I appreciate as much as I do. That makes me tight sometimes. Like when niggas will tell you like, for us it makes pop music. I bet nigga, you don't even know the half, bro. Like what are you talking about?
But I feel like that's different because if someone was like, Pharrell makes pop, that's totally different than them saying like, yo, you don't even listen to Pharrell, bro. You don't even know what he made.
Or like now it's becoming like the hipster vibe to fuck with Doom. Like that shit pisses me off because it's like niggas who I know aren't appreciating that music, but then I gather myself and think like maybe they are appreciating that music. Like it's more people that can appreciate music besides me and my niggas.
Yeah, maybe they're just getting onto it now. Like maybe it's not even that they didn't know. But that no
sometimes you see them motherfuckers and be like, I know you're not. I know you don't break down Doom lines like I break down Doom lines.
It's the same thing where like a lot of people like let's say a new album comes out and they'll screenshot the Apple thing.
That's annoying because I know that shit's fake.
Song. I know that shit's fake. They scoot the little bar down to like 2 minutes in just to take the screenshot.
I know that shit's fake because the thing is, I just do shit metrics wise. I do shit numbers. So if an artist was doing 50K like listens or like shit like that, or like an artist was doing 1,000 venue shows or whatever, and then the next time niggas just start posting mad albums like, nigga, where were you when this nigga wasn't selling out $1,000 fucking people venues,
like,
or
when there was only like 500 people there.
Exactly, like that. I think that's the thing is there's the nostalgia for them too. Like nigga, I was there before everybody was there, so it's kind of like you do feel like an attachment, like that. But sometimes you do get like those motherfuckers who just fake the funk. Like for example, like niggas who come to you and be like, yo, have you heard like Food or Mad Villainy? I'm like, nigga, are you fucking serious, my nigga?
Yeah, that shit came out in 2004,
yeah,
2006.
Food came out in 2004, my nigga. So like, well, yes, I have heard it. Even though I got up on Doom maybe.
So they both came out in 2004.
I might have got up on Doom in 2000, like maybe like in my high school, like junior senior year, I got up on Doom.
Nah, I didn't hear Doom till I was like 18.
But I didn't start dissecting Doom lines till we all started listening to Doom, and we started listening to Doom heavy. But like it's like niggas are like that with clothes too. Like you know how niggas be like, yo, Supreme ain't how it used to be, nigga. Supreme could put out the hardest shit in the world. The niggas who used to wear Supreme in the 90s be like, it's not the same.
Fact. And then like people who found out about the brand maybe like a month ago, be like, "Oh, it's not the same." It's not the same because it's literally not the same. It's still Supreme. This is what Supreme has always been.
Nothing ever is gonna be the same. People evolve, things change, my nigga. That's just how it is. Whether it's for the better or for the worse. Like, so I guess we could transition this too to that thing. Is like, I don't think people give brands enough like claim, like enough like love, because. You know how, like, I was thinking the other day, just sitting back, like, I was looking through, like, clothes and shit, looking through old archives, it's like, you know how hard it is to having a successful brand, bro?
Like, for, like, decades.
We talk, no, not even decades, we talk shit about, like, occasionally we talk shit about Louis, Gucci, or some shit, like, whoa, that shit's trash. But think about how long they've been around, one. Two, how much good shit do they have put out compared to their bad shit?
Fact.
Like, Louis Vuitton was, like, 1870?
Are they that old?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like Louis Vuitton is old as shit. Because the way Louis Vuitton got popping was, they used to make trunks for like royal families, and so Louis Vuitton's 1854. So they used to make trunks for royal families, and then they got so good at the time when the Germans took over France that you could fact check me on that. I don't know if I'm like saying this right, because I don't know if Germany took over France at one point or not.
They were pretty in there.
Yeah, so when the Hitler time was going, they liked the
Hitler time,
the Hitler era, whatever you want to call it. When it was that time, he was making the way he stayed afloat compared to the other designer brands is because Hitler liked his trunks, like they were so like what's the word? Starts with R. What's the word? Like so renowned.
Yeah.
That Hitler was like, all right, we won't take over your shop if you make us trunks. So he started working for the Nazis.
Damn, so Louis Vuitton for the Nazis.
Well, at a point, he had to work for the Nazis.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do when there's a gun to your face, right?
And like even like Gucci's old as shit too. Gucci might be in the 18s too, like or maybe like early 1900. Yeah, Gucci's 1921.
Just pretty old.
It's 2018.
That's almost 100. Oh, that 100-year anniversary.
Exactly. So the thing is like, I don't think people understand the time and the effort that goes into making clothes. As much as you niggas just like, oh, like with like the whole Balenciaga things, like, oh, you niggas just making whatever niggas buy. Like, nigga, they have a lot of these, just like everything, everybody has their time. A lot of these brands have their time for. Gucci had that time for a while.
Fact. And I think it's more impressive when it's clothes because.
Exactly.
Especially like luxury clothes because that's a weird type of market. It's not like you're a restaurant that's been in business for 100 years.
Not even. It's like luxury. It's like luxury clothes because it is the fact that it's luxury. You only pertain and you only like
to a certain market.
To a certain market. That's it. Like so, for you to keep that market always wanting to buy stuff every year. Like think about it. People probably have been buying Louis Vuitton bags. Like people of wealth have been buying Louis Vuitton bags since like 5, and you 30, and you still buying Louis Vuitton bags. And you probably still buying the same Louis Vuitton bags. So as much as people try to like shit on people, like, oh, you buy the same Jordans over and over, it happens through everything in fashion. Right. Louis Vuitton sells the same damier print since forever, nigga.
It's so crazy that Jordan is still so big.
Yeah.
To me.
Jordan sells millions of sneakers every Saturday, bro. Every Saturday.
For the longest time, they were the second biggest footwear brand.
Yo, so do you know how the monogram print of Louis Vuitton got made?
How did he get made?
So, the reason he made the Louis Vuitton print was because so much people were counterfeiting his trunks.
Yeah. That
the Louis Vuitton print, he knew the print was going to be hard to counterfeit if you do it by hand. So it still works down to this day. When you look, if you authenticate a Louis Vuitton print, where it has the monogram print on it, it's hard to duplicate, so you can tell the fakes really quick. Like, so his initial reason for making the fucking print still works to this day, and that's crazy.
Insane. I can't wait to 3D print a bag though.
Oh, that's gonna be hard when 3D printing becomes accessible to everybody. That's just gonna be hard. Like, where I don't need.
It probably won't be a comfortable bag, but or anything.
I mean, there's gonna be a point where we can get like materials that they have, fabrics and stuff, like and make it.
God, could you imagine 3D printing leather?
Be sick.
There would be no more cows for leather.
I know.
Because leather cows and meat
the thing is, I don't want to go to that route because as much as I don't like being around people, I like the personal ability of going into a store and speaking to somebody or having a story just in general. Like, oh, they was like complete dicks to me.
Yeah, I feel
it's a story, it's an experience.
I feel you and I agree with you, but at the same time, fuck that.
I'm the same way. Like,
it depends on the day.
I'm the same way because I'll be like, nigga, fuck that shit. I order this shit online, and I was so against buying shit online in high school because I would always buy shit online and it never comes how I wanted it.
Because the color's always different than how it is in the computer. The design isn't always how you think. You can't touch it. I want to always touch stuff.
I like touching fabric. I like touching it and feeling it like in person.
Right. I gotta know how it's gonna feel on my skin.
I would never not like that feeling of going into a store and you just like, yo, like
when you touch something and it feels nice as shit,
like, and it looks nice. When you open it, when you going through shit and you looking and you just like, oh shit, this is it. And then I never used to try shit on either. And then you go try shit on and you go, then you make it fit right there. Like that should be hard.
This is crazy.
That shit is like a drug feeling sometimes. Like, oh shit, like the thing that I was thinking in my head, I found the exact thing.
I remember this one time I was going thrifting and I found this baby camel.
Thrifting is a whole different story because you don't know that you're gonna get anything. So when you find it, it's glorious. Like it's crazy.
So I found this baby camel hair coat. I could tell from like a row down that's what it was. I could tell from the color and the fabric. I went over, I touched that thing. Poof, I almost nutted right there, bro. It's so soft.
I won't take it to that point,
nah,
but
bro.
I think it's just a nostalgia feeling for us because I can speak for myself. When I used to go to stores and be like, "Oh shit, these the new Jordans!" Like, and you put that shit in your hand.
Jordans, and they always had like the size 12s on
these, and you put them shits in your hand. I'm like, "Oh nah, I need these." Like something about it is like when the Bread Force came out when I might have been in like middle school or like elementary school, and I not touched those. I don't know for what. I've never seen these on nobody or nothing.
What you?
It was the Jordan 4s. And I looked at them shits. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck it is about these sneakers, but I need these shits, dog. Like, you look around that shit like, yo, I need these shits. And the crazy thing is that when you, by the time it gets to the store, it's already been thought of like, oh, what is gonna attract this person to this sneaker? What color palette? What shapes? What design is gonna attract this person to this sneaker? That's why I say it's very hard to have a successful brand, especially for that long, because you have to think about it in a whole. You got to get somebody's brain to make them think. Niggas 8-year-old me, I'm buying fucking video games and shit, and I'm like, yo, I need these. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I need these. Like, that shit's crazy that somebody can tell you like, oh, the kids are like this.
Because I think it's easier to come out with stuff in the very beginning because you already know what people are already sort of gravitating
the thing
to.
Is,
so you got to tailor it to yourself.
In the beginning, it's easier because nobody's expecting anything from you.
Also,
when you have a fire collection and then the next collection is trash, like, oh, they fell off.
People are always really quick to assume they fell off.
Especially nowadays, you fell off quick. Nigga, you have 2 bad songs on your albums. Niggas like, oh, that album's trash, nigga. That album's trash. Like, it's no in-betweens. There's no, like, oh, no, the album was good, but 2 songs was bad. Yeah. It's either you trash it was good, you fell off. You fell off quick. Nigga have a bad game one day and ESPN to kill him and be like, yo, that nigga fell off. Like, last year, like, every year they have the narrative running for LeBron that he's declining. Nigga, he had the best year last year offensively that he's ever had in his career.
And they're always bringing up his age, and he's literally just had his best year.
Nigga, LeBron, like, nigga, suck my dick, nigga. I'll play this shit till I'm 35 and play this shit better.
They always do that against Carmelo, too, even though he's been averaging the same points for, like, consistently for, like, 2 years.
I feel like it's just a narrative they have to push for everybody, my nigga. That's the same thing that I feel with, like, designers and things like that. I just think, I just know how, like, how companies work, so if Coca-Cola is shitting on Pepsi, what's telling me that Louis Vuitton is shitting on Gucci? Like, I'm pretty sure they be putting bad press about Gucci or Louis Vuitton. I think putting bad press about each other. Like, oh, these shit's trash. Like, it's the same shit. It's like, so, like, everything is so accessible now. You can see everybody's opinions. It's so easy to skew somebody's opinions.
Yeah.
Just by having 10,000 bots say, like, yo, that shit's trash.
I mean, we literally got the worst president in history because of that.
Basically, it's so easy to skew somebody's opinion really quick. Like, somebody can cut up a clip, and it's cut up well enough, and it'll make you think somebody's a scumbag.
Super off topic of a podcast, but you know how they said that the Russian bots had, like, fucked up our election and shit, and, like, went on our social platforms? They said that they did the same thing for Brexit, which is, like, the UK leaving the European Union.
I mean, dude, come on. Like, this isn't a political podcast, but we know how this shit. You know how the world works, man.
It's just crazy.
You know how the world
that it's so
works.
easy to obscure or, like, change people's minds just by saying things enough times.
Exactly, just like with the Kanye shit. Like the slavery was a choice thing was. It needed with context, and you never get context.
You never got the context, and then when he gave context on Jimmy Kimmel, people were like, "No, we're not hearing that."
Yeah,
backtrack.
The thing is, like, I caught myself getting into that shit, but I'm like, nigga, I don't even give a fuck about that shit. I don't even give that shit energy.
It got nothing to do with me.
Well, yeah, what is that gonna? That shit not gonna do nothing to me. Like, whatever, fuck that
like,
shit.
Put out an album, like, put out a shoe,
nigga. I don't care.
It's
like, whatever.
I'm
still gonna make money off your sneakers, and I'm still gonna listen to your old albums, so it don't matter to me at all. Like, I don't. Like,
I will always have drunken hot girls.
Yo, so I was listening to that record the other day, and I was gonna text you, and I'm like, yo, How do niggas not like Joking Hot Girls? That record's hard.
That's just very hard.
And that's the record that everybody be like, oh, that shit's trash.
They hate that one, and they hate Barry Bonds, which is...
I don't like Barry Bonds.
Justifiably
Barry Bonds
not
is
good.
bad. Barry Bonds is bad. But I was going through that shit. I'm like, nigga, how do y'all not like Joking Hot Girls? Joking Hot Girls. It's the one Most Def too. Most Def is on it too. Yeah, nigga, you got the original Pretty Flacco.
Eyeball emoji.
Yeah, he's the original Pretty Flacco. Why do you think ASAP had him on all the like shit and it was like featuring Flacco on all his records on the second album?
ASAP Rocky makes music.
Nigga, you see, like, you're the one who be starting these narratives. You were the one who told me that the A$AP Rocky's album is a lot better than what people give it for.
Yeah, and?
This nigga loves starting narratives. So I guess we'll do the Burn CD tracks of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Start off?
I've got them, let me just open the app. So these are our 5 or 6
No,
or
this
7
is your
tracks.
5. I didn't do my 5.
Well, my 5 for, Burn CD of the week. Just a reminder, you can find this playlist on Spotify under Telatalk. And then it's pretty big now. Or we're closing in on 50 songs probably by the end of next week.
Who's doing it on iTunes? Is
Caesar
Caesar still doing it?
I don't know if Caesar's still doing it.
Caesar got his own podcast. Is like, yo, fuck you niggas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out Caesar's podcast, three Guays, 1 goal.
3 Guays, 1 goal?
Like,
Is he Mexican?
Yeah, he's Mexican.
Yeah.
And he got 2 other people. They're all Mexicans. It's a soccer podcast. But off that,
wait. So let's keep it on that real quick. I just want to say one. I just really want to say one thing. Not about Caesar's podcast or anything, but how are Mexicans like? I used to think Mexicans were the best soccer players ever. Cause I never watched soccer. Like every time I would go to a fucking soccer field, it'd be Mexicans playing. I'm like, oh, these niggas must be the nastiest niggas in the world.
Cause they're raw.
And then when it comes to the Raw Cup, these niggas is never doing nothing. And Italians too. I used to think Italians were stupid nice at soccer.
Well, Italians are stupid nice. They just kind of. They just kind of fell off.
Alright, so keep on with the rest of the track. That was just a quick sidebar.
Yeah, so my songs are, I got Run to the Sun by N.E.R.D.
That's one of my favorite records of all time.
I got Kanye West Ecstasy, which is it's a song where it's like, I got 4 sisters-in-law, I will fuck all, you got 1 sister-in-law, you would fuck, I got 4 of them.
Oh, let's get the fuck out of here.
That was hard.
Yeah.
I got another N.E.R.D. song called Jump. It features Good Charlotte on it. I got Part of Me off the new No Name record, which is pretty good.
I haven't heard that record. We'll talk about that further on.
Yeah, but it's got a cool feature on it from Benjamin Earl Turner, who kind of sounds like if Kendrick Lamar only used a normal voice, it sounds like that. And then I got La Di Da off the Internet Hive Mind album.
Which we don't know if we've said before, but I'm pretty sure if that album came out, that was probably one of my favorite records.
Hive Mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, when that album came out, that was probably one of my favorite records. So if we did burn CDs that week, I might have said it, but if not, it'll be duplicated on there. Suck my dick.
Well, it's on there now, so let's look at it. And then I got a bonus track, another N.E.R.D. song, Inside of Clouds.
Alright, so niggas gonna be tired of me because I've been
That's all you got?
No, I've been on my Outkast shit heavy. So from ATL Aliens, I have Two Dope Boys in the Cadillac, classic record.
Classic.
I have Elevators.
Classic.
From Aquemini, I have the Art of Storytelling Part 1.
Classic beat.
What else did I have on here? So I was listening to Chris Brown, Deuces featuring Drake, Kanye, Andre 3000. Classic.
Man, I'm not adding Chris Brown to the
That's classic.
to the playlist.
Now I like 3 Stacks verse on there a lot.
We'll edit it out.
Drake's Take Care of the Real Her. These are all records featuring 3 Stacks.
Damn, you wanna know something? I never heard Take Care.
For real?
On my own.
That's crazy.
On my own, I never listened to it.
I am of the belief that Drake does not have a classic. The closest classic that he has is Nothing Was the Same. That's my favorite Drake album of all time.
This is the most well-rounded album.
So damn, what was I listening to? So off of Wolf Lone, which we talked about. How much records I said? 6 already?
That should be the last one.
Yeah, so Lone off of a thing which we've talked about. That's one of my favorite records of all time, but it's super sad. Oh no! Just for bonus, I'll throw into me and Slater just hit a curb. So Slater, Tyler Creator.
That song.
That song is so classic, fam.
You said, that's what you're talking about. Lone off of Wolf.
Yeah, that's the record I was talking about where he was talking about his grandma getting ate about cancer and stuff like that. That record's super hard. The beat is super hard. Like the first time I heard that song, this song is great. This is gonna have crazy replay value with me, and I'm like, then they got to the end, and I'm like, fuck. I'm still gonna listen to that shit though. Oh, and I'll throw another bonus in there, like a sidebar song that I really, really like. That is like kind of creepy. That I like the record because it's a creepy Tyler record. It's Her. That's how I want to eat all the cheese in the store, in the store. Yeah. That's the same one where we. That's the same one where he was like saying that the closest I get to her is when I'm poking her on Facebook. And at the same time, they had the bar that's like, her name is my past. That's such a classic record. Dog, it's crazy how you start liking something out of just like trollness, and then you like start to actually like it.
Speaking of like old Tyler songs, like off of Bastard, I really fuck with Odd Toddlers. It's the song with Casey Veggies where they did it over the old Doom beat.
I fuck with Casey Veggies heavy.
I do too.
His first album, Casey Veggies, what is it? Life Changes. That album was hard.
Casey Veggies is a good rapper.
Hell yeah.
They gave him like a really like weird shout out in the movie Dope. It was like, what do the kids listen to these days? Casey Veggies. They're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I
never noticed that. I might watch that movie tonight. Actually, that movie's really good. Got my son from Workaholics in that bitch. Blake from
Blake
Workaholics.
Is a man. Shout out Blake, Uncle Blazer.
Alright, so we keep this going on with
Blake.
No, Blake. What the fuck are we gonna talk about with that nigga?
I don't know. What's he up to now?
I don't know. I think they just dropped a new movie with the Workaholics gang, nigga. Him, Durs, and Adam.
Adam the man.
Yo, by the way, if y'all niggas haven't watched that show's so fucking classic. It has some nasty ass scenes though sometimes when they like do some nasty shit, but
when they're fully torqued.
Nah, I'm talking about when they like
when they do like bodily fluid type shit.
Yeah, that shit.
Yo, I think Adam the Map is underrated. I mean, Adam, his real name is Adam Devine or Devine or something. He's an underrated actor because he plays that role in Workaholics so excellent that I thought that's what he was like in real life.
Me too.
But then I see him on other shows. He's on Modern Family as like a recurring.
Oh yeah. I watch him on
He
Modern
plays
Family.
like a bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
is his name Adam on that show too,
yeah,
or is it something
Adam.
else? Damn, I think it just stays.
Or Andy.
Andy. That's his name, Andy. So I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. They were like, where wouldn't you move for a job, like in the fashion world or whatever, right? And
Gary,
I was like,
Indiana.
I didn't say Gary, I said Nebraska, something like that, right?
Well,
And they were like, Nebraska, all right. So if they paid you $250K, would you go to Nebraska? And my response was, I'd rather to have the experience, but I'll take the money. But if you give me an experience like of a lifetime, like say if like Virgil or Ricardo Tisci is like hand picking me to go like design under them or something of that nature, would I prefer the preference of the money? I was like, I'll take $50K and go to Nebraska. If that was the case,
if it was to be with them,
if it was an opportunity to where it can propel me to do something way more, if it's something that I've been wanting to do for so long and it could propel me to do something. Just the experience and the knowledge is good in itself. That's like saying that you want to learn science from Albert Einstein. Like, nigga.
You gotta get the time machine for that one.
No, I'm saying like, or like you want to learn how to do engineer stuff like Nikola Tesla or something like that. Like that, like so that just led me to believe like not it just led me to a thought where it was like, would you prefer the experience or the money?
I think there's a certain cutoff point where like you would rather choose one or the other. Like if there's a certain
let's
amount
do
of
two
money
extremes then. $10 million or you like
a conversation with Jay-Z.
No, what the fuck?
I love
like,
that tweet.
Like being under somebody like a CEO who's willing to teach you everything about the said industry that you are choosing, like fashion, music, whatever. Which one would you choose?
I take 10 mil easily.
The thing is, I feel like a lot of people go for the money, but having the knowledge on how to make the money and how to run the industry, I think that's the kind of thing where it's like niggas would be like, yo, you want $2 million today, or you want $20K a month for the rest of your life?
And you take $20K a month for the rest of your life.
Exactly, because it's recurring. The experience is always going to be in your head. The tools, the knowledge is always going to be in your head, unless you become like a paraplegic or some shit.
Wow.
Like I'm not even paraplegic. I'm a vegetable. But it's like you're always gonna have that information, and that's something you can pass on. You can pass on money, but money's just money. It's monetary. It's just like that shit you can get 10 million. That shit can go tomorrow, nigga.
Yeah, but at the same time, so can whatever you learn if you don't have the means to make it happen.
But I'm saying, no, the knowledge is never going to leave. It's still in your brain. It's always going to be in your brain. And you never forget fucking multiplications, my nigga. You'll never forget that.
Chill on that times table. Sometimes the 9 still fuck me up.
Look,
I mean the 7.
I remember doing times tables and my mom was like, yo, you're not getting up from this fucking table until you learn every times table 1 through 10, bro.
That's just whack.
And I can learn times tables. You say a times table right now like that, nigga. It's like spitting image, like, slaps come at 72. Not times 8, 72. It's like
yeah, I would say one, but I don't know the answers. I don't remember my times tables.
Any times tables is like I can remember all of them.
I can't do them like fast, but I could do the math.
No, I was really good in school with doing like brain math. Like I would never use calculators just to like make myself struggle and to like never losing that. Like doing long division and shit like that, or doing I forgot what other shit that we used to do. Like, it's niggas now to this day probably don't know how to do long division.
Nah, they don't.
Or do the long division with fractions.
With remainder? Oh.
Nigga, you throw a fraction on the paper right now, niggas will get more nervous than a motherfucker. Niggas probably get more nervous as doing a fraction problem
than a paternity test.
Exactly. Or they'll probably let that girl run through their phone before they do a fucking fraction problem.
You put a nigga on Maury and you're like, yo, if you can get this fraction question right, we won't you're scot free. Your baby's not yours.
But I feel like
you know what, just give me the test.
I feel like that could be applied with anything in life. Where like you can either like it's like the game of life, like the actual board game, where it's like you can either go to college or you can go straight into the working field and see which one takes you out. Like
I've never played that game.
You never played that game, so it's basically like you can go to college and get you can get a job that pays more money, or you can go straight out and you can get a job that pays $25,000, or you can get a job that pays you $80,000.
But later on.
No, you can get a job that pays you $80,000 off rip, and you can get a job in college that pays you $70,000. It's just like I feel like whatever you're gonna do is meant for you to do anyways. So like the experience to me.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah, in real life, if the experience to me would be more telling, like to me, like more attractive to me. I'd rather have that experience of being like yo, I bust my ass for 2 years to figure out how to do all this shit. It's always gonna be on me rather than just. I never like handouts. So if you give me 10 mil, like. And just as quick as it comes, as quick as it will go. So 10 mil will go like that. 10 mil could go like that if you spend it. Yeah.
You spend it.
The thing is, like, I heard Mos Def say this on an interview once. He was like, if he was talking about him doing a movie, he was like, I don't do anything I'm not passionate about because you're not happy the whole time that you're doing that. So the only reason that you're doing that is for the means of the ends, which is the money. So the things that you do with that money is going to be things that you're going to try to recoup, like, your happiness with. That, like, trying to fill that space. Like, no, I did this for the money so I can buy this. And I can buy that. And I can take this person that way. So it's just, focus, it's just like the sole focus is on the money. It's very few people that can just take the $20 million and do something with it. And there's people that could take the $20 million just, like, think that they're helping out everybody else by giving them all money, and then you all end up broke.
Huh? No.
This nigga didn't hear anything I said.
No, I didn't. But I didn't hear you, but I understood you. You feel me?
Wow.
You feel me on that?
Now I know how women feel when they send a fucking
a
paragraph and they just send what you mean.
What you mean?
So I guess we can end this out with Hypebeast. Hype Fest is coming. Hypebeast is having a Hype Feast.
Fest.
A Hype Fest. AB Dash will be going. This is while we're gonna be in New York.
Yeah, and then the podcast will be recorded the day after.
So who so far who they have there?
ASAP. Like brands or like performances?
Well, brands and performances.
Shit. So they got a lot of brands over there.
I know they got like a lot of food places too. I'm gonna sneak in that bitch.
You might.
Well, for those, I'm just giving you a backstory because AB Dash got the tickets because there were free tickets. I believe it was 10,000 free tickets that you can get. They had free VIP, they had a free 2-day, and they had a free 1-day general admission. And they were all free, and I had forgot the timing of it. So this nigga hits me up after it's already sold out. Like, yo, you got one?
Doug, that was like, I thought you were on it.
Hell no, you should hit me up earlier. When he's like, yo, you got it, I was typing in there, and then I got the second message, like, they're all gone. I'm like, what the fuck?
But just to speak on it a little bit, so it's free because Kevin Ma, the founder of Hypebeast, made it free, and it's got like a...
That's dope that he made it free. It's kind of like Combo, it's Combo free.
Yeah, and there's also like good shit here, like Taco's gonna be there, ASAP Ferg, Skepta, and a lot of people that haven't been in.
And that's on the first day,
that's
right?
On the first day.
Yeah, that's the first day.
So the council members are Hiroshi Fujiwara, which is the Fragment.
Come on, fam, that's Fragment. Y'all don't know you.
And then Sarah Endelman.
Just log off this fucking podcast.
If you don't know who Sarah Endelman is, she ran Colette for like 18 years.
Colette Paris.
Her mom started Colette.
Colette Paris is one of my favorite stores. I think Colette actually just closed down recently.
They closed down in like 2017.
Damn, that's crazy. Bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to that store so bad, bro.
But she's got a new foundation, Sarah Endelman. It's a consulting company.
So yeah, we just want to speak on that because that's actually dope to me. That he made it free was super dope. It's giving niggas chances. And for you dumbasses who bought more than one ticket and trying to resell it, nice try, nigga. They have the ID thing.
Yeah, you have to have an ID, a photo ID that matches the name you use to buy the ticket with.
Stupid.
Luckily, I planned that and I got some other people tickets with their names on it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy somebody's ticket and make a fake ID to go.
A fake ID will only cost you about like $100.
Nigga, that's way too much money to go to the fucking Hype Fest.
Probably, but there's Fragment is doing like a collab with Pokemon over there, which I thought would be pretty cool.
Nigga, you already know when you get into that store to hit me up and see what they got.
Oh, facts.
I bet you're gonna have mad shit in there, like mad exclusive shit.
And how it works is that there's no clothes in there. Everything's online.
Oh yeah, you gotta download the app.
Yeah, and then you buy, and then whatever address you use to sign up your ticket with, that's where it's going.
That's fine with me.
Yeah,
that's fucking cool, fine with me. All right, so we leave to New York in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we will have one more podcast because you leave that Wednesday, so we're not gonna do that Thursday. So we have one more podcast next week, and then I think what we're gonna do is just we have a lot of guests and we have a lot of things like pending. So I think we might just do 4 episodes in New York, but it's not gonna be like 4 episodes in New York. No, because I have like 2 or 3 people that are gonna confirm, and then we have the biggest special guest.
The biggest special guest.
What we're gonna do is we're probably gonna do 4. We might even do more than 4 podcasts. If it's the right people, I'll do more than 4 podcasts.
And we'll spread it out.
If there's one person that I'm gonna do a podcast with that confirms I'm gonna do the podcast with, you staying later, I'm buying your flight. Like this person is that key for this podcast. But so we'll do 4 podcasts. It won't be podcasts like us like being annoying and just talking about New York things and like talking about how we went to Crown Friday and shit like that. It's gonna be other things.
But it's gonna be more comedy, probably.
Yeah, it'll probably be more on the funny side. You never know what the fuck you're gonna get with us. One day you'll get fashion, one day you'll get fucking TV, one day you'll get fucking Tim Burton bullshit.
Sometimes Jim Carrey, sometimes Monopoly. Yo, we talk a lot about board games.
I like board games though.
I never played Life because my parents because you can have children in that game.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, "No, we're not doing that."
And look how I enjoyed it up.
Yeah.
All right, so Telatalk season 2, episode 5. We out this
out.
bitch. I know we rambled a lot about a lot of shit. We're on all platforms: Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all that bullshit.
Facts.
Holla at me.
Find us on MySpace also.
Don't argue with me. Argue with your mother. We out.
I was dead about to say that. Thanks for having me. Hope you're not wrong. Fuck out of here.